You getting with the bad chick that's only in your life for a season of rest is not a victory. At ease, it's your boy Soul Immortal. Now, man, we always talk about women hitting the wall. You know, women in their younger ages, they grow up, and in their early 20s, they're partying, they're sleeping with every other guy. They're just living the good life, right? And there's nothing wrong with that for the woman that wants to live that life, right? But then when they get on up in their upper 20s and their early 30s, you know, they begin to look at their friends that made better choices. They see their friends with their life partners. They're buying homes. They're taking trips around the world. And they say, you know, I want that life too. So what they'll do is circle back to all the guys they've had dealings with over the years just to find out that those guys have no more use for them because they were just a tool going up through the ages, right? And at this point is when you'll see women take one more round at it. This is when you see, you know, the groups of older women in the club with younger people. This is when you see, you know, the 40-plus-year-old woman, you know, at the concert dressed like she's 20 or 25 years old. And at this point, guys, is when women start to notice that the younger group of women coming up from behind them, you know, or getting all the eyes from all the men. This, guys, is when a woman has hit the wall. Now, what we don't talk about, brothers, is what happens after a woman hits the wall, right? Because you got to think about it. She goes through so much time of hitting clubs and going to restaurants and movies, either with her girls or alone. And not only does that get old, it's very tiring, right? So after a certain period of time, what does she do? She circles back around, and this time she revisits all the men that she shot down. She revisits all the men that had absolutely no shot at getting her back in the days, right? Now, the reason she's looking for these guys is, like I said, she's tired. She sees these guys, you know, and where before she had to have a guy that was, you know, 6'9". Now she's like, you know, he's 5'2", 5'3", he'll do. You know, in the past when she needed a guy to make, you know, $250,000 a year, now this guy makes, you know, 50 plus as a coal miner, and she's like, you know, he'll do. Before he had to drive a Benz, now he can just drive a Honda Civic with the check engine light not on, and it's good enough. This, my brothers, is the stage where I consider women going into a state of hibernation. This is when women completely swap their mindset, completely swap their agendas, and they begin to settle. Now, I talked about this in a video that I made a while back. Now, when I said that nice guys or it ain't that they finish last, you know, they're not even in the game. This is what I mean. Because when you're young, you know, you're the nice guy, women aren't paying you no attention, zero, and you have no idea why. Now, this is where it looks like the nice guys win. Once you get around, you know, 25, once you get around 30 years old, 35 years old, this is what happens. All those women that are hitting the wall, now they're coming for you. They're coming for you. So when these nice guys get around 30 years old, 35 years old, you're gonna see them with some bad women. I mean, you're gonna see them with some bad women. But let me tell you why that's not a win, guys. Because these women, they're women that hit the wall. They're women that are now looking for second best, third best, right? So the whole time you're with these women, it's gonna look like a victory. But the whole time, guys, these women are gonna be cheating on you. These women are gonna be waiting on that other manly man to come through. I'm telling you how it works, guys. I see it all the time. And I'll say that again. It looks like a victory, you know, for the nice guys. But once you hit 35 years old, all these badass, sexy women that hit the wall, they coming for you. They coming for you. Now, brother, I'll be honest. I think I'm one of the very few brothers that take it easy on women. I'll say that 5% of women are good to go in a world where most brothers are saying, all women are bad, right? I even say that a small percentage of the 95% can be rehabilitated in a world where men say, you know what, once she's bad, she's gone forever. But brothers, I'm telling you, you getting with the bad chick that's only in your life for a season of rest is not a victory. Now, am I saying that as men, we shouldn't date women once they hit a certain age? Definitely not. Because me personally, I love to see women age. The older a woman gets, the hotter she gets, to me. But what I'm saying is, if you've always dated, the pseudo thugs, if you've always dated, the great outdoorsmen that went hunting and fishing and doing all this stuff every weekend, if you've always dated certain guys that had no purpose in their life, all I'm saying is stay in your lane. Because all you can do in my life is become, the spam to my vibration. All you can do is take me off course from where I'm going. Now, there's a book, I always talk about it, Outwitting the Devil, by Napoleon Hill. And in this book, he talks about two things, right? He talks about drifting and he talks about a hypnotic rhythm. And in a nutshell, what it's saying is, if a person, if their thoughts, if their actions, if their beliefs are a certain way for so long, then there's a point of no return. At some point, if you do something for so long, it becomes concrete. It becomes your life. And the thing is, it goes both ways. If a person is focused their whole life, if they're on point with everything their whole life, at some point, everything that person touches is going to be gold because that's their hypnotic rhythm. But on the other end, if you have people that are doing certain things and getting certain results over and over and over, there's no coming back from that. It doesn't matter what that person does, their life is going to get the same result. So the thing is, when you get with these women that have, quote unquote, hit the wall, you really have to be conscious on the life that they lived before. You really have to be conscious on the type of people that they entertain, because that's the only energy they can bring your direction. Now, I'll say this and I'll leave it alone. Brothers, if you find you a solid woman, 5% woman, she holds you down, she cuts for you, but I'm telling you, hold that woman down, because we all know that this type woman only comes along every green moon, right? But brothers, be aware of the woman that's seeking hibernation. Be aware of the woman that's only in your life as either a stepping stool or just a resting place. And the thing is, this resting place could last for several years if she doesn't find the next guy to jump on a branch to, you know what I'm saying? Just be aware that you getting with this type of woman can only slow you down. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Soul Immortal. Don't be a cave to the hibernating woman. At ease! Now, brothers, that's all facts. Because when I think about enlightenment compared to any material thing I've gained while being on this earth, like it's not even remotely close. You can't even compare the two. There's a lot of gratification that comes with buying new cars, new houses, and whatever else people want to get. But man, once you tap into that source, I'm telling you, man, it's almost like a consistent high. So I agree, man, that there's no reward on earth that can even come close to that. Now the part that I like about that is